Raise it up, why? Raise it up. Raise it up, why? Raise it up. Hey, raise it up, why? Raise it up. Raise it up, why? Hey, raise it up. Hey, raise it up, why? Raise it up. Raise it up, why? Raise it up. North side, raise it up. South side, raise it up. East side, raise it up. West side, raise it up. Raise it up. Raise it up. Raise it up. North side, raise it up. South side, raise it up. East side, raise it up. The west side, raise it up. Raise it up. Raise it up.
It's no better Wendy. Nobody. Wendy, it's hip hop's birthday. What do you have to say about that?
Oh my gosh. 52.
52, just like Malice. From the Clips. From Clips.
I say a century plus, a half a century plus 2.
You want to do math tonight?
Pretty cool.
You want to do math at this night?
50 times 2.
Pretty cool.
It's 100.
We have never started an episode like this, and I'm keeping all of that, by the way. So, yes. Hi, everyone. This is the other side of Raise It Up Why that you all don't normally see. And my name is Wyann Vaughn. I am your host. I have never started a pod this way, but this is so good. I couldn't not keep it. The voice you heard talking about 52ness in hip hop's birthday was my sister. I am Wendy with an I. Please go look her up on Instagram. You will be delighted. Who also is in the building are my angels at Onet_Ashe is behind this mic right here, this camera rather. And Susie QZ, What's It Doozy, is on this side of me at Cup of Sue on Instagram. And of course, welcome. This is another incredible episode of Raise It Up Why, the podcast. I am your host, Wyann Vaughn. I also go by Y, and this is our 86th episode. It is hip hop's 52nd birthday, the last Thursday of 2025. That's not true. The last Thursday of August 2025 is when this episode is coming to you, but breaking the fourth wall, we're taping August 11th. That's why we keep talking about hip hop's birthday and all this fun stuff. So, Wendy, finish these words. Finish these words. To the hip hop, the hibbit to the hip hopper.
Don't stop.
Yeah, don't stop. Sure. A rock on, baby. Bubba to the boogie.
B.
Bang, bang.
Baby.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. No, you did a different. Do it one more time. Take 2.
Okay. wait. You want to do okay? Yeah. Okay. Same thing. Same.
Keep the cadence.
Okay. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping
To the beat.
and now me, the groove, and my friends, we're going to try.
Move your feet.
You see, I am
Wonder Mike.
On the mic.
Wonder, Mike.
Wonder Mike. Is that his name?
Mm-hmm. And I'd like to say
Hello.
to the, what are we?
Black.
To the,
Women.
your ex is
Brown.
white.
White.
Oh, the red.
And yellow.
I said the first one I said is us. You got it. It was the black, and then the next one she said, and the women. She literally had like 1, 2, 3, 2 only 3. No, that because I didn't know that was gonna be that good. Yes. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. We never have done this before, so. Raise It Up Why is where OGs kick game to real ones only. OGs are the educators of my space, original guides, and real ones are the students of my space. When we say raise it up, we are raising up your self-awareness, your vibration, and your capacity for love, which is knowledge. That makes sense because I am a therapeutic edutainer, educator and entertainer, equal parts. If you are a part of my fall 2025 USC hip hop class, and this is your first time kind of seeing Miss Y outside of the classroom, just pray. straight to tongues. What did Armia say? Straight to tongues. Just go straight. Just go in and pray for us. And much love to my co-professor, the OG of that class, actually, Dr. Sean Nye. One of the big reasons that I do have that class alongside him. I just want to acknowledge Love Culture in all its forms. Love Culture is the supporting community of this podcast. If you root yourself by listening to Raise It Up Why the podcast, if you do good for no good reason, and if you love and respect red-blooded humans, you are a part of Love Culture. We meet once a week on my Instagram live. We live stream and talk about topics from this podcast. Those are called Love Lounges, and we usually do them on Tuesdays, which is how it's been dubbed over 5 years, Love Tuesdays. However, when I'm teaching, we do Love Tuesdays on a West Coast Wednesday because I'll be in class at the time I would normally be live streaming. I just want to thank you that you have spent your non-refundable time and energy tuning in, rocking with my family, my squad of beautiful women that are around me. There are way more friends and loves. And on a day like this, I just feel like community is all around me, not just because of Love Culture, but because of hip hop culture. My brothers and sisters in hip hop, everyone from Ali Shaheed Muhammad, whose birthday it is today. You guys know that a couple years ago on hip hop's 50th, we had him on in honor of both his and hip hop's birthdays. The song we were rapping with my sister, to the hip hop, the hip to the hip hop, you don't stop. That's one of the first super smashes of hip hop that took it from underground to pop culture and mainstream and things like that. And a couple episodes ago, my boy Focus 3 Dots was on this episode. His dad is who played that legendary boom, 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 boom. Good times. These are the good times. Bernard Edwards is that man's name, and Focus's real name is Bernard Edwards Jr. So, in case you didn't know, us industry brats are alive and well. Hello. My post today for Hip Hop's 52nd was when Snoop saw me at one of his parties that he was DJing, and to acknowledge that he saw me, I forgot what he was playing, but he cut that shit. And he starts playing my mom's "Dinner's Ready." And when I see that he's playing the song, I run up to the stage and I start filming him. All I missed was, I think, "Dinner's Ready," because by the time I started taping him, and the wine is chilled, I said, "Tell that podcast, Snoop." So that's one of Snoopy's favorite songs, even though I think his actual favorite song is "Flowers." Battle Cat and DJ Quick's favorite songs of my mom's, I think, is "Don't Ask My Neighbor." Dr. Cornel West favorite song is "Walking the Line," which is some G shit, because that's not like a single. Like, everybody doesn't know that song. That is a deep album cut. And if you know "Walking the Line," put it in the comments, because I might just go ahead and send you something. And Carrington, no. One of my loves. I just thought about that. Like, Carrington, if you want a shirt, just say so. Like, stop. Like, I'm not playing with you today. Every episode we bring in, as you can see, if we just let this thing go. Wouldn't you like to know the name of this episode? We are on episode 86, entitled "Reality Check." This is your reality check. All right, we're gonna bring the energy into the room as if it wasn't already, but as you can see, without anchoring, we will go everywhere. All right, so let's anchor ourselves down by a therapeutic tool called grounding. I do it like a poem. So center yourself, separate yourself from the type of time you was on before you tuned in, and take a moment. Be here with me. Hear my voice. Feel your feet. Go ahead and wiggle your toes to make sure your awareness is in that region. Bring it up through your body, your awareness, and touch your nose. And you're just doing that to prove to yourself that you are presently here. Breathe the breath in. Blow that breath out. Do that again, in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Take a moment, Susie. Own this. This is a miracle called life. That you're breathing, you are winning just because you are living this life. And just by spending this time with my voice right now, you invest in your betterment. I'd like you to sit with that and feel proud. And now that we're anchored down, let's go up, right? Susie is in the other room acting a plumb fool. I just want you guys to know. I don't know how much of this is going to... I'm going to work on composure, right? Break It Down. Break It Down is a segment of the podcast where I uncover the already existing genius in hip hop culture. I spoke about having a bunch of brothers and sisters in the community of hip hop. One of my brothers is Terrace Martin. And I loosely say every connection in this music industry that I have can be traced back to my parents, Wayne and Wyann Vaughn, or Terrace Martin. And especially where hip hop is concerned, Terrace is the great connector to almost everybody I know. Anybody I've named today, I've known because of Terrace Martin. On a somber note, another individual that Terrace and all his hip hop plus jazz and kind of genreless, timeless way that he kind of moves about this world musically, I had the pleasure of meeting Malcolm Jamal Warner, who became my brother as well. If you're listening to this, what you will know is my brother transitioned. Malcolm, he transitioned right at the end of July. And today was a tough day. Let me be transparent. let me do exactly where I'm going with this and be not just transparent, but vulnerable. August 11, 2025 is a month before my brother Boomer's birthday. That's what I'll say. His birthday is 9/11/2025. And there's some significance there where the day just felt tough for me. August 11, it just felt tough for me. Wyann Vaughn. And I was having some text conversations earlier today, and one of my intuitive downloads just said, you know what? I have some time. I was at an appointment that was running late. I'm just going to listen to something. I opened my YouTube, and for the first time, I see Malcolm's TED Talk. And Malcolm's TED Talk is entitled Vulnerability is My Superpower. And I felt like I needed something. And what you guys may or may not know, my brother who introduced me to hip hop, if you look at the first episode of this podcast, I speak about him and all the members of my family. But my oldest and older brother is in heaven as well. And his name is Wyann Vaughn Jr., right? And now that another one of my big brothers, Malcolm, is up there with my brother, it felt divine that the man who introduced me to hip hop, my brother, and then another brother who's currently more recently in heaven, was able to give me some sense of solace, some sense of putting some arms around me and just allowing me to be held today, right? Malcolm Jamal Warner, in the beginning of his 12-minute TED Talk, it was short and sweet. He does a poem for the first 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and it's beautiful. And why I use his art and his talk in this Break It Down is because when you think about hip hop and its origins, August 11, 1973, for what we know of it, how we know it today. It started way before that, and it's because it's the baby of all black music, dating back to griots and West African drum dance and fun stuff like that. We can take it all the way back there. But what my brother was talking about, Malcolm, in his TED Talk was, he said that sometimes black boys, use a lot of vibrato to mask what they're not allowed to claim as a feeling as they're, growing up in abysmal situations called the hood. I know that hip hop has kind of made the hood a cool place, but when you take the glam off and the branding off, hoods, short for neighborhoods, are resource less rich environments where physical spaces remind you or show you that there's a lack of care. And it could be a lack of care because when things get broken, no one in the city is rushing to fix it. Much like Public Enemy would talk about, you can call 911 if there's a problem. Get up, get down. 911 is a joke in your town. I learned that moving from Glendale in the Valley and coming to Los Angeles. And the first time I had an issue, I called the police and they got here 4 hours later. And when you're in Glendale, if you sneeze on 911, they're with a helicopter over your house in 15 minutes. So when I talk about there are physical indicators from a quote unquote hood that just kind of say, yeah, we don't really fuck with you, or, hey, get it out the mud. You don't need help. Suck it up, buttercup. Toughen up, buttercup. That's what my brother Malcolm Jamal Warner was speaking about when he was saying that there's a sense of black boys needing their bravado and black men then growing into the same types of challenged individuals who maybe weren't allowed to claim their truth. Because as he started talking after his poem, he said, when I was growing up, when I told the truth, I got in trouble. And I was also told not to lie. So for a lot of my life, I was always torn between how much of being a true person do I get to be in which environment. And then you learn to put on social masks. And my brother wasn't only an amazing poet, aspiring musician, a musical guy, a great dad, a great husband, and a great friend. He also was an actor. And I think most of us know him from acting. And he also brings up in his TED Talk that toggle between vulnerability and cool was almost like telling a lie versus telling the truth and getting in trouble for both. And what he talked about was auditioning for The Cosby Show in 8th grade. And he was doing all the cool stuff because he always wanted to be cool, because that was what, him growing up in the hood, that's what you wanted to be. And he realized that being a theater kid, you were everything but cool. And trust me, I was in theater in the 9th grade. That was my last year. I consistently was in theater from 7th to 9th grade. And when I looked around in 9th grade and I felt out of place, I said, oh, this will be my last year taking theater. And he kind of capitalized on that feeling. And when he did his audition, he was making all the right moves for comedic timing and hitting the beats and doing the stuff the cool way. And the only person that wasn't impressed in his audition was Mr. Cosby. And when everything got done, he said that Mr. Cosby asked him, would you talk to your father like that? And Malcolm, in his talk, said, no, sir. He said, Mr. Cosby said, I only want what's real. I want what's authentic. That's what will allow you to be on this show. And clearly he was on that show. So even in getting the biggest role of his life, his most memorable role of his life, there was this toggle between wanting to be cool and knowing that there's a need to express your vulnerability, because when you are acting, when you are portraying a life, there is no cool. You have to embody the experience. You have to become it. How scary would it be if you could only become authentic when playing another human, though? You can play a great man. It won't make you great. I don't care how great of a man you're seeking to play. Only by being a great man can you tack the word great onto your jacket, right? Or else it's just your character's jacket. And every time you take that off, you're no longer the greatness, right? Vulnerability being my brother's superpower, as he spoke about. And I love it because it was a Manhattan Beach TED Talk. So it was and it was recent. He was in his 50s. My brother passed away at 54. His birthday is in 1 week from today. So he would have been 55. He's 3 years older than hip hop, right? But I just wanted to, in this Break It Down, give a sense of where hip hop comes from, where hip hop allowed me to go by knowing the Terrace Martins, by working with the Malcolm Jamal Warners, by being friends and brothers and sisters with everyone from Raphael Sadiq to doggone clearly Dr. Dre, and clearly, if you know me, Dr. Dre, and Snoopy, and Snoop Dogg for anyone that doesn't know me, and Ali Shaheed Muhammad. I'm saying that because in the top of, I believe it was 2016 or 17, I'm looking at my posts from that week. I went to see Malcolm on the Monday. I saw Ali and Raphael Sadiq on a Tuesday. And then the previous week, I had worked with Snoopy's daughter and I worked with Dre's son. And me and Focus and Dre were in there on like a Friday night. And the Thursday before, I was in there with Baby Girl, with Snoopy's baby girl. So like that was like the top of my 20, I believe it was either 16 or 17. I can't remember now. But whichever one it was like, I remember saying, this is my life. Like I love all these people and that they entrust me with their family. And I am a part of their family, especially in the realm of hip hop. You know, what a fucking treat, man. Speaking of family and hip hop, let's go into a douxadiddy. Douxadiddy is the portion of the podcast where I share with you original works. And as a flat-footed singer, if you were at the Love Lounge in LA recently, July 13th, which is the anniversary of our second year, meeting up live. It isn't the second lounge live. It's the fourth, but we did it for the first time, July 13th, 2023. And then July 13th, 2025, we got to meet some of our loves from OKC. Shouts out to Tony the Tiller and his wife, Jackie Jo Foster. Shouts out to Real Music Representative, aka Love Jodi's. Of course, Susie and Onet were there. Andre Mego was there. The kid Andres and his wonderful woman Anna was there. Kina Bina 143, our love culture commissioner. Vanessa Black hopped on a doggone plane from Houston. Kina came from Las Vegas. Miss O'Faith came from the Central California. Like, people will come out to meet up. And we've talked about this before. We have real love in REAL life, not just REEL life. We do real love for real. All right. And bringing all of that in, we also had at that wonderful Love Lounge Live in LA, Boomerdidit, at Boomerdidit, and at L7 Hayes. My boy Hayes and Boomer and I are a portion of the collective called the Yarders, and we were featured on a EP that Boomer and an artist from France produced called his name is Montfort, and that was called the song is called Don't Worry. The EP, it's out of my head. Oh Lord, sorry guys. I'll remind you to go follow Boomerdidit in my Pay Your Dues because he'll be the one to tell you, I'm sure. But Boomerdidit, I'm talking about family. I'm talking about hip hop. From the DJ Quick family tree, there's a group called Second to None made up of 2 members. One of those members is KK. KK and I were on tour literally 20 years ago when I was 23 years old with DJ Quick. And now Boomerdidit, his son, is a part of my team and I'm on his team. And it's just such a pleasure to, again, have that hip hop family tree be together. Do you have the name of it? Is it Good News? It is Good News. I didn't want to say it wrong. Okay, the EP Good News by Montfort and Boomerdidit featuring L7 Hayes, featuring Crucial, CA Said, featuring Wyann Vaughn is out now. It came out the same day that Clips and Andre Mego, who was the last guest on this podcast, came out. But that's so much to say, and I don't like giving so many things. It's like your head will spin. Wyann's head, let me own that. Wyann's head will spin, huh? So, no, but there's a song on there called Don't Worry. And I was going to give y'all my verse on there because it's hip hop and it's hip hop's 52nd birthday. I'm like, no, let me rap for y'all. I've sung for y'all before. But it says, the chorus is, I feel amazing, let's chill, okay, make this deal, while this banging with me, don't you worry about a thing, don't you worry about a thing, nah, don't do it, hey, I know we all go through it. Whether you mobbing through the yard feeling heavy, yo, it is what it is. Keep your heart hella ready for the loves, y'all. And through the haze, rise above, y'all. Y'all know who did it, gave the love call. Yo, what I said, raise it up like slum, y'all. Yeah, I said what I said, right? Right. And then comes in, CA Said. So Said was like a double entendre the whole time. Get off me, huh? No, but I that was just, a quick, 8? It was not even 16 or 12. I wanted to share that with y'all. One, because Boomer definitely will make a poet rap, as I said in one of our freestyles, Y Dizzle's favorite line of mine. It'd take for Boom to make a poet rap, but que sada, I guess. And don't worry, man. This life thing, no one makes it out alive. Number one and number two, when we're doing this thing called life, do it as happily, as carefree, as beautifully as you could design it. All right. Your life is yours. Make it your own personal design. And to my people who would kind of decide that life successfully is a bunch of achievement or a bunch of accomplishment, respect to that idea, because I'm a big time achiever and an accomplisher as well. Used to be addicted to it. I broke up with that in 2023. Me and workaholism had to have a real talk. When you hit the dirt and it's a dub for you, for any of us, none of your accomplishments go with you. None of your accolades go with you in that hearse, in that coffin, in the ground. Where I sit, legacy is really reliant on creating a dope impact with others around you. In whatever way you do. Some people get a lot of money and then they donate, or some people get a lot of money and then they create jobs for a new line of creatives or, accountants or bankers or venture capitalists or whatever it is. Some people offer sunshine, just liquid sunshine. You know what I'm saying? I think of the Alicia Keyses and how people have described to me that they just enjoy her beautiful aura, her energy. And then I think about all these skincare products because, she stopped wearing so much makeup and she was like, no, I really want to get into this skin game. And she you listen to her on Jay Shetty's podcast, let's just say, and when you hear her talk about her products, it sounds like she's selling liquid sunshine, which would be chlorophyll, guys, but that's not what she's selling. She's selling all this dang hair I got on me. This is what happens when you detangle right before you get on the doggone mic. What? But no, so I'm just thinking about, you know, that, and, you know, she's married to Swizz Beatz, so she's clearly a part of hip hop as well. But I mean, she was that before Swizz Beatz. Let me keep it stacked. But I just bring that up to say the legacy you leave, the impact you create and make on the individuals around you. What is the legacy you leave? Do you leave something like this hip hop game? I'm looking over my right shoulder and I'm looking at the whacked out murals called Kendrick Lamar. I love my team. They got that right behind the Hip Hop Raised Me that my boy Dave 4 got me. Much love to him as well. The impact that Kendrick Lamar leaves is going to be much different than a rap artist who you could argue is way more successful than him. Whoever you think that is. There's a difference between selling things and touching people. Pause where necessary. Making a deep impact in someone's soul versus, oh, I have 16 plaques or more slaps than the Beatles, respectfully. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. And prayerfully, you live a long life and you can make decisions that make your impact more meaningful than what? Money and statues? God bless you. Let's go into these Wyann's words of wisdom. The Wyann's words of wisdom at 11:11 on August 11th. Oh, you can't make some of this stuff up. The Wyann's words of wisdom. I want to talk about the value of truth. The value of truth. This episode is called Reality Check, right? And everything I've spoken about, from words of life from a man who's transitioned from life with Malcolm Jamal Warner, to not worrying about a thing and making sure that the legacy you leave matters in real life. Right here in these Wyann's words of wisdom, this conversation was started in my light work. If some of you guys know that there's a division of love culture called light workers, and light work is my peer mentoring service that I do. It's the most therapeutic I get. I'm a trained therapist, creatively practicing, if you will, but not traditionally practicing. And when we hold space and allow one another to share our stories authentically and really, we always gain something immense from it. A lot of our new loves from Sway's Universe, shouts out to Healed Women Heal, Bruds, SC, Vaughn, and a couple others. Cue the music, of course, my homeboy. When we're all in these spaces, plus clearly more of us, we learn how much depth there is to the art of storytelling, which all hip hop is, and holding space for one another, not just narcissistically, oh, I'm telling my story, I got my shit off, and then I'm bouncing. I think Andre Mego's episode speaks to that, and how secure intimacy creates a space for safety such that you can make mistakes, you can take longer than you expect, and people still see value in you. And today we're talking about the value of truth. The value of truth. This episode's Wyann's Words of Wisdom comes from a conversation in a light work a couple weeks ago, where I asked two questions that we had to journal on before we spoke, which were, what keeps you grounded and rooted in reality? Question 2, how do you know when you're losing reality? Question 1, what in your life keeps you grounded to reality? What roots you to reality? Question 2, what are signs? How do you know when you are losing your grip on reality? A lot of this comes from a healing journey where I'm learning that from our girl ASAP Heidi, as JF Musics calls her, Heidi Preeb on YouTube. Healing is the ability to feel pain cleanly. When I say feel pain cleanly, what I mean is your ability to feel pain in real life, actually, honestly, authentically, not dissociate, not numb out, not fall into a 4F response where you fight your way out of feeling the feelings. You fly and flee your way out of feeling the feelings. You freeze and become completely a statue, numb out by way of not and wanting not to feel the feelings, or you fawn and you people please in order not to feel tough feelings. You're not falling into fantasy about reality. You are not becoming limerent, and limerence is something we're going to talk about next episode, I'm sure. You aren't in any other way telling yourself an ego story. That's the other one. Telling yourself an ego story. If I feel hurt August 11, 2025, and I can tell Onet, I feel hurt today. Here's where the hurt is. Here's what it's feeling like. Here's what color it is, where it is in my body. This is the experience I'm having right now. This is the pain I'm feeling clearly right now. That's one thing. If I tell her, Onet, I feel hurt today, and it's fucked up because it's the same type of hurt that always happens to me whenever a nigga try to play on my heart. And the next thing you know, this has been happening since I was 10 years old when my daddy never was there. Those are all ego stories. I just threw all of Wyann in 2025's hurt back to Wyann in 92 when she was 10, or back to Wyann when she was 15, back to whenever, right? That's when you get caught up in an ego story. And why I'm bringing up ego story is because your ego story is tied to your identity. Every episode in 2025, we've been tying back to one of our episodes that we've done as we're building our 7th year of Raise It Up Why, very divinely, and even more divinely, the episode where I cover the 5 levels of attachment by Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. is episode 44. Is the ego your amigo? Featuring the masterminds at urban_counselor and at Mitson Okada. On that episode, I discussed in depth, and I'll just review them for you now, but if you want to go back, it's Raise It Up Why's 44th episode. I cover those 5 levels of attachment. Your first level is your authentic self. Your second level, preferences. Your third level, identity. Your fourth level, internalization. Your fifth level, fanaticism. The farther you get away from your authentic self, the more uncovering of gunk you will have to do in order to see who you actually, truly, authentically, really are. This comes up in this conversation of the value of truth, and in an episode called Reality Check, because if you are caught in whatever you think your identity is, you are 2 levels away from your authentic you. If you are caught in internalization, every time somebody says something, you take it personally, you are 3 levels away from your authentic self. If when you hear a certain word or see a certain hat with certain words on it, a certain color, if that makes you elated or hysterical, you're in a thing called fanaticism. You're 4 levels away from your authentic self. All right? You being you, the real you, not the you think you are, the you actually are, entails you removing the layers of attachment that keep you caught in your ego stories about who you are. Onet Habisha, right? Beautiful woman. Wyann, black, Negro, American, nigga. Respect. No, I'm not. But just black, right? If we only looked at each other through that identification, well, I'm Habesha. Oh, well, I'm Black American. If that were our attachment to the point where I don't identify with your story, I can't see that because it's not a part of my identity. Wouldn't that be something that we could allow to distract an authentic connection between the two of us? Right. Because authenticity could have preferences, I guess, because preference is just one level above authentic self. But authenticity, it entails principle-based living. It entails having morals that look to see and seek out what joins us as a humanity rather than separates us into silos, right? Your timeline represents your identity. It's all your preferences and the things that you think represent you. Even the people who say, I don't like messy shit, but follow the blog pages that have messy shit on them, respectfully. I'm not going to shout them out. That represents you in some way, shape, or form. If you keep it in your face, you allow it to train you. So you have the choice when you are educated how far away from your authenticity you are to come back home. The Beyonce song from 2020, find your way back. You know, you have to find your way back to your sense of self. James Campbell, I think his name is, A Hero's Journey. It's a whole book or whatever. When people find their way back to their senses of self in the world of therapy, this is called individuation. This is called shadow work. This is called learning your attachment styles, healing your inner child and wounds. This is called coming back to yourself. And in coming back to yourself, you are peeling all of the distractions of fanaticism, taking shit way too personally and internalizing and not having authentic conversations to figure out what the fuck the actual things are in life. Your identity. I don't care what you think you identify as. If you're so caught up in your identity, you are 2 levels away from authenticity. Your preferences is just 1 level away from your authenticity. And if you're aware when you are preferring something versus being authentic, congratulations, you're home. And you have found your way back. And that's the value of truth. The value of truth is recognizing that when a baby, my niece or nephews, are holding 2 green rectangles, they don't know that one of them is worth 100 of the other. When I'm a toddler and I'm young and I don't know any better, I can have a green rectangle right here and I don't know that this number says 100. And I can have a green rectangle right here and I don't know that this is a 1. I will play with them, rip them up, write on them indiscriminately because I don't understand value. This is what happens when we use our hearts like cum rags. This is what happens when you take the value of your full and complete self and reduce it to a high value man or woman. Like 6 figures could ever encapsulate every universal cell in your body. Every cell of your body is its own universe. And you're made up of millions and upon millions of cells. You are a solar system. Infinitely powerful, infinitely valuable. But if you only see you for tits and ass, if you only see you for how big or not your dick is, if you only see you for how much money is in your bank, what number is on the scale, then my friend, you don't know how much a dollar really costs. Respectfully. And you have to understand that understanding and learning and knowing the value of your truth, what is real, is the only way you heal yourself into the fullness of being yourself. Value truth. And if you're not an honest person, learn to get honest. Some people lie to save their lives. Malcolm Jamal Warner talked about that. Lying got him in trouble. Telling the truth got him in trouble. Which do you choose? You choose the light, always. You choose what's real, always. Choose safety. Choose self-regulation. Choose your nervous system calm. Choose you. And those are my Wyann's words of wisdom. And before I get up and mother love and go, I really grip my titty. Yeah. Pay your dues. The portion of the podcast where I highlight businesses and people I think you should know because they're pretty mother loving dope. I love the do more than you knew at ILOVETHEDOUX for this look in my herses. I went old school because it is hip hop's 50th. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. I did the base of my hair with this product from I Love the Do. My cousin Maya Smith is the founder and master of curl, aka MC of the Do. Her products are freaking amazing. Look at my hair if you don't believe me. And the poppin' curls that she has with Big Papa. I love it when you call me Big Papa. That's what I followed it up with for the slick. And it has shine to it. That's why I put this one. I did not use dewdrops. First time. But this it has shine in it, so I didn't need to. So yes, love my cousin. Thank you, Maya, for being you, for loving hip hop the way that you do, and for honoring it in your branding of your products. Number 2, my girls at Pristine Nail and Spa in Glendale, California. They did her. They did her. Diane and my nail tech Diane, because I've been going to Diane lately. I was like, I've been getting more and more experimentative with these, with the designs. And she didn't know that I was having a pink and gold year. I told her, I said, yeah, everything will be different shades of pink with gold. And that's what we're doing for 43. She was like, I got you. Like, I mean, so I'm like, I haven't shouted them out, but she's been killing my nails since April. Like, all 43. She's been a little unfair. Number 3, Haroni. Haroni arrangements. Haroni.arrangements. HARONI.arrangements spelled correctly. This right here, if you are looking at this, you do not understand what I mean. So I know if you aren't looking at this, you don't understand what I mean. These pretty pink and is it like lavender a little bit? A little purplish kind of thing or whatever, but it's definitely like this pink and slightly lavender with this vibrant green and this white vase. I absolutely love these flowers. Her arrangements are amazing. Everyone at Love Culture, at Love Culture's last gathering, Love Lounge Live in LA, went home with some form of Haroni arrangements, and even Wendy's school where she works, Haroni was hired there And the arrangements were very special. That was just literally days ago, right? Wow. Less than a week ago. I absolutely love it. Okay, yes. I know the boss at Hedoni Arrangements, so y'all just let me know if you want to like the hookup. No. Onet_Ashay is the creator of this. So please follow the page. Get in touch with it if you have any needs for that in Los Angeles. Number 4, Love Culture. Love Culture at large. I just always have to shout you out and thank you for being you. Plus Wyann's words of wisdom. We just said, I meant to say, A Woman Winning in the West. I have my ebook available that I put out on the first 13 of the year. Very proud of it. We've been doing some amazing stuff with it. We're gonna do like a book signing thing, but I'm gonna wait for that. I mean, we're doing it, but I'm gonna wait for that. Within Love Culture, I wanted to just shout out at Boomerdidit one more time. One, because by time this is aired, his birthday will be, so I want to make sure that he knows I'm saying happy birthday at BOOMERDIDIT, at Boomerdidit on Instagram. And if you follow him, you will also have a straight shot to anything with the Yarders, Montfort's project, the EP, Good News, all of those things. Hayes has a project coming out. I have a project coming out with Hayes and Boomer. So following Boomer will get you right to all of that. And then last but never least, number 5, at Raise It Up Y, RAISEITUPWY, and all the love say, rockets up on these hoes. You understand? For your listening to hip hop and education and entertainment and therapeutic psychoeducational needs, you can always hit up at Raise It Up Y across all platforms. DM on Insta. I DM back. We are not on Threads. I just thought about that. I just don't feel like it. Wyann is on Threads though. And we do our love lounges virtually on at Wyann, WYANNA. Again, if you only follow at Raise It Up Y, you will get all notifications for everything within Love Culture and beyond. Y'all, we did it. In and out. Like a West Coast bitch really should. No. It's a lot. Don't worry about it. Yeah, y'all, I've had a ball today, and these ladies and this lady are ready to go home. I am home and they are not. So let's just go ahead and give a round of applause for an amazing 86th episode. Happy birthday, hip hop. We love you, Malcolm, up in heaven. Please keep my brother Wayne very happy and safe. And I'm just thankful for hip hop's origin and the fact that we just had focus on, and his daddy, and that legendary bass line from Chic is a part of hip hop's foundation. We have had so many synchronicities. I'm excited and I'm thankful. Until next time, y'all. Stay real. Boom cat. Down, down. Hey. Body down. Raise it up, why?
Raise it up.
Raise it up, why? And they biddies. They almost not.
Raise it up. Raise it up, why? Raise it up. Raise it up, why?
Look at this. Raise it up.
Raise it up, why? Raise it up.